Hi everyone, this is Ambika Singh and welcome to my YouTube channel. And in today's session, we'll be learning how to get Excel properties using UiPath Studio, how to get last author or author name of any Excel. So I'll be telling you how you can access the properties first manually of an Excel. So whenever you right click on any Excel, you go to properties and then you click on details. Over here you can see these two values as author, last saved by, or like revision number, content created or date, last saved by. So how you can access all of these properties using UiPath Studio. So let's get started. We'll be going to studio and over here we'll be creating a new process. We'll be naming this process as Excel properties. So we need to keep this one thing in mind before running any VBA script in Excel. We need to enable macro settings. So for that we need to hit combination of keys, that is Alt F and T. Once you hit that, this dialog box will be open and then go to Trust Center, go to Trust Center settings, go to macro settings and hit on enable VBA macros and trust access to VBA project object model and simply click on OK and save the file. Okay, so the approach that I'll be using today is we'll be using VBA code over here. So for that, we'll be using invoke VBA code activity. So to use invoke VBA code activity, we need to place that activity inside an Excel application scope. That is a classic version activity. So we'll be searching that. If you can't see this activity, what you need to do is click on this filter by and simply select classic version from here. Now drag and drop this activity to here. Over here, just give the path of the Excel for which you want to get the details. Let's say I want to select or get the details for this Excel. Now search for invoke VBA code activity, drag and drop to your main. Now to write a VBA code, you need to open a notepad where we'll be writing our VBA code. So we'll be first creating a function over here. Function, will name it as get Excel properties. Get Excel properties as string. So what is this? This is a function name over here. We'll be initializing two variables, dim author as string and dim last saved by as string. Now we'll be using a workbook class method which is called as built-in document properties. This workbook dot built in document properties. Over here we'll give the key for which we are trying to retrieve the value, which is author in our case, and we'll hit dot value. Now we'll simply copy this line because we again want to get the details for last author name. So we'll copy this, paste it over here, and for this we have key, which is last author dot value. Now what we want to do is we want to return this property back to the studio. So we'll be concatenating over here these two values so that we can further use it in a program, or like we can play around with those values. So for that purpose, whatever we have given a function name, will take uh, this name to return the values back to the studio. And over here we're writing author as a string. We simply just passing this back to the studio. Get this author, let's see, and author, and last saved by, and let's check if we have given everything correctly. And at the end, for closing this particular function, we'll be using end function. And we'll save this now. So whenever we are saving this, just keep this one thing in your mind, that the name that you have selected for your function should not match with the name you will be saving your file with. So let's say if it is get Excel properties over here, we'll take some random name, let's say author dot, now here comes the main thing, dot VBS. We'll be saving this notepad with the extension that is dot VBS, and save it to your desired location where you want to save. Click on save. Now go back to the studio, select the file you have just created. So the file we have created over here with the dot VBS extension, select this. And now you can see over here the by default value is given as main. So for us, we have given a function with get Excel properties. So we'll be copying this, and we don't have any method as such method with this name. We'll be replacing this main with the function where we have run the major chunk. Okay, so what we want to do is, now when you go to the properties of this particular activity, you will find an output, because we want to send this output so that we can play around with the values in the further code that we write. So we'll be creating an output variable. Let's name this output variable to result. And over here you can also see this one extra field which is named as entry method parameters. So basically whenever you want to pass some values to the code that you have written, at that time we give entry method parameters. So in our case we don't require any entry method parameters, we are just getting value out of our function, so we don't need this right now. And to get the output, we'll create a variable that is called as result, and we'll save this simply. Okay, so now we'll be using a message box to see what values we have got from our function. We'll simply write it as result, and we'll save it. So let's see how it works. We'll be running it from here. Click on run file. Yeah, so as you can see, we have got the both values, that is author and last saved by name. If you want to get more details like last updated value or last creation date, you can also get that. You just need to provide your key and get the value of that particular property. So yeah, this is how you can do it. In case you have any further queries, comment down below, and do like and subscribe to my channel for more such videos.